boys, I am back. Another live stream. And today, what I am doing is something a bit different. I'm going to go through all of Korn's albums and rank them one by one. Because their new album's coming out February 4th, I believe. Requiem, their new album. So I thought, you know what? Before this new album, I'll rank them. I'll just go through it. And you know me. I like Korn a lot. Not like some other music critics. Yeah, I actually like Korn. So, this is my opinion as a Korn fan. This is my personal opinion of how I'd rank these albums. I'm going to go in order from, obviously, first album to most recent, which first album is the self-titled album, and then the most recent one is the Nothing. So we're going in that order. That's pretty much it. We're going to go through it. Obviously, first, we have the first album, which I'm going to go through a few songs. Obviously, I've heard this album a million times. I love this album so much. Like, you start off with a banger like Blind. With the intro. Like, man, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I think there's some better Korn songs than songs like this. But the intro is unmatchable. Just this build-up. The build-up of the cymbal. And then when the bass kicks in and the guitar kicks in as well. And then just... Are you ready? It's like, oh, fuck. Lies is a great song as well. Daddy's just a really emotional song. Like, yeah, that's all I can say about that. It's like, it's a really emotional song. I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it. It's a really good song in that regard, but it's just one of those songs. It's depressing. I think this album's great. Like, even a song like Helmet in the Bush, I don't like this song. It was the Caco. I'm not a big fan of the song. I think it's just very weird tonally compared to the rest of the album. I don't know. It's just... That's the thing. It's just weird tonally, I think, this song compared to the rest of it. But some people like it. Some people like it. You know what I'm going to do, though, with the first album? I'm slapping it an S. I know there's obviously that one song, Helmet in the Bush, I'm not really a fan of. But I'm keeping this an S at the moment. Let's get into Life is Peachy. This is not an album I really go back to. I just don't. Obviously, you start off with a great start, which became a meme, and by the way, the meme sucks. So, I'll get that out of the way. But, Twist is a good start. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Twist is a great start to the album. I feel like, that's obviously only like a 50-second song, but I feel like it gets you straight into what the album's going to be like. The kind of tone and the sound of the whole album. And I think it does well. Plus, it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. Cheese, great song too. It's a good song. Lost is okay. Swallow's okay. Not really a big fan of Porno Creep. Like I don't really go out of my way to listen to a song like this. Like, I really don't. I thought so. Just an instrumental song, which, yeah, you know, it's okay. Good God's a great song. Just bong dong bong da bong. That's a great song. Mr. Rogers is an alright song as well. But that's the thing though. You look at what I will say. You compare this album to their first album. This just isn't as good. It's not. Obviously, Adidas is a standout song in this album. It is a standout song. It's a good song. It is a great song. Oh yeah, also, actually, I've got to say, I'm going to mention a favorite song on the albums. So before, on the first album, Favorite's Divine for me. My favorite. But, let's go through it. Red. Massive. Change it to Red. That's fucking sick, bro. That's sick. But, yeah, first album, favorite song is probably Divine. My opinion. I think that's just, I don't know, fucking hits. It's such a good song. Such a heavy song too. But obviously Adidas is a great song. Know your fucking name. So what? Let's fuck. Adidas is a standout song. But compared to the first album, I reckon it's kind of B tier, really. Like it's kind of disappointing from the first album. Because the first album's just, for me, I feel like the first album's just such a, like, it's got so much raw emotion in it. It's very personal to the singer too. A lot of the songs and what the songs are about. It's just, yeah, I feel like it doesn't really live up to the first album in any kind of regard, like musically, tonally, all of that shit. That's really it. Now, on to Follow the Leader. They're probably the most mixed album from Korn, like me personally. But Follow the Leader, probably the album I've listened to the most, believe it or not. Um, it's very mixed. It's a very mixed album to me. It starts off so well, this album. It's on's a great starting song. It just, you can tell it's different. It's different to the first album. It sounds different. It sounds more professional too. It sounds like they're putting a lot more money into the album, believe it or not. Like, especially the different effects and shit. I really like it, especially when it gets to, and it's this build up. I feel like it's on with the build up. Kind of reminds me of Blind, where it has a bit of a build up, and then it'd be like one line, it'll be a few words, and then just bang. We would just go straight into it. But man, it's a good song. Obviously, Freak on a Leash. I think everyone's fucking heard this song. I think everyone has heard Freak on a Leash. My internet stopped fucking working. That's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. I was live streaming this shit too. That is beautiful, man. Oh my god. The internet is back. Let's go. Obviously, everyone knows Freak on a Leash. Something takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Yeah. All that shit. Something takes a part of me. Like, everyone knows the song. Something lost and never seen. I think it's probably Korn's most popular song, Freak on a Leash. I wouldn't be wrong with that pick. Got the Life's an awesome song as well. Standout song for me. Got the Life it's so different. I feel like it's different. It's unique for Korn. Especially, it's a very funky kind of song. I don't know if it's the right way to describe it, but it's just the way the drums are played, and it's just the tone of the song as well. It sounds very funky. I don't know what it is. There's something with it where it just sounds very unique for Korn, and it's a great song. Then another standout song right after that, Dead Bodies Everywhere. This song is awesome. This song just kicks ass. I don't care what anyone says. This song, it's fucking awesome. It's just a great song. And it's really a standout song, and probably my favorite song on the album. Dead Bodies Everywhere is a great song. It's between Dead Bodies Everywhere and Got the Life of Me. They're both awesome songs. I love both songs so much. They're both just great. They're both great, especially when it gets into it. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. It's just, it's so heavy. It sounds fucking awesome. You can't not headbang to this song. Like, it's so good. Come on, step inside and you'll realize. Tell me what you need. Tell me what to be. I fucking love this song. And yes, I know the words of the song. It's like, I listen to Korn a lot, okay? Okay. And then after Dead Bodies Everywhere, it gets into Children of the Corn, which is a very average song. It's just, I don't know. When I think of Korn, I don't really expect a song with Ice Cube, but it's not a bad song. I think it's okay. I think it's an okay song. Like, for a song with Ice Cube, it's not bad. It is a bit more of a rap song. Like, it really is a bit more of a rap song. I don't really think it belongs in this album, but look, there's another like 2 or 3 songs that don't really belong in this album either, but we'll get to that. Then after that's another good song, BBK. BBK is a great song too. I felt like this was BBK. I felt like it was one of those songs that not many people listen to, and just no one really, like, everyone kind of brushes off, but it's actually a good song. It sounds awesome. Like, this main riff sounds great as well. Just the I don't know. It's just catchy, man. I love this song. It's great. So you'll see I've gotten this far. Please give me some place to hate. It's a great song. And Pretty is a good song as well. I think some people don't like this song, but look, I think it's a good song. I think it's a good song. It's a bit different. It's a bit slower than some of the other songs in Summer. Obviously slower than like Dead Bodies Everywhere, Got the Life. Even slower than Freak on a Leash, to be honest. But I like it. It's a good song. I think lyrically it's a pretty good song as well. I think that's the thing. Most of these songs in this album, I think, are lyrically pretty good. Especially like something like BBK. I should have mentioned that before as well when just listening to it. Lyrically, it's a pretty great song. This is the song I hate. I hate the song. I just hate it. I do not like it. This is easily the worst song on the album. It's basically, but this song is basically just Limp Bizkit fucking around with Korn and Korn fucking around with Limp Bizkit. And apparently they're like high as fuck or drunk as fuck, something like that. Oh, it's probably both. Probably both. But yeah, when they made this song, I hate the song so much. I hate it. Like, I like Limp Bizkit, okay? I'm in the minority. I like some of Limp Bizkit's music. But this song sucks balls. It sucks. Then after that, Reclaim My Place is a good song. What the fuck? Justin's a good song as well. I thought this is a slept-on song too. And I believe it's about a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid that wanted to meet Korn, which it kind of resembles in the lyrics, actually. I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure I'm right with that. It's a good song, though. Especially when it kicks in. It's another one of those songs that just has a build-up and then kicks in a few words. And this time it's just, fuck all that bullshit! Where are you now? Sorry, I love it. I'm a sucker for that shit. Seed's an alright song. I don't listen to it that often, but I like it. It's not a bad song. Camel Toast is very average. Not a song I'll go out of my way to listen to. My Gift to You should have been the last song on the album. Let me say that. This should have been the last song on the album. Earache My Eye should have not been in this album. I feel like this song is the perfect ending to this album. But they have Earache My Eye in it. This song's great. This is a fantastic song. It's kind of like Daddy in that regard, where it is quite an emotional song. Even though the subject matter in this song isn't as disturbing. It's nowhere near as disturbing as it is in Daddy, but it's got the same kind of vibes. But Earache My Eye, man. It's like, why? This shouldn't be in the album. It's not a bad song. It's not bad, but I feel like it's not that good of an end to the album. Not a bad riff, by the way. See? It's not that bad of a riff, but I just feel like if you were to put this in the album, I wouldn't put it as the last song. I feel like it's not really a good song to end the album off on. I would leave it like in the middle with like All in the Family and shit. Okay, I could pass it off then. Like, okay, it's a very average song. If it was my choice, My Gift to You would be the last song on the album. I feel like that ends off the album very well. But overall, as mixed as Follow the Leader is, I can understand people putting it in B tier. But for me, it's an A tier. I feel like the songs that hit really hit. But I feel like the songs that hit, it's the good songs in this album, like Got the Life, Dead Bodies Everywhere, BBK, Justin, obviously Freakin' Unleashed, It's On. They're really fucking good songs. They're like Korn's best. So it goes A, even though there's some lows, like All in the Family, obviously. And then there's Children of the Corn and Camel Toast, which are very average. Man, it's an A tier. It's an A tier. So let me put this opinion out. If you got rid of 4 songs out of this album, Children of the Corn, All in the Family, Earache My Eye, and Camel Toast, get rid of those 4 songs. Yeah, so Camel Toast, Earache My Eye, All in the Family, and Children of the Corn. Get rid of those 4 songs. This album would be the best album. I will take that to my fucking grave. It would be the best album if you took those 4 songs out, because it would flow much better as an album. I even did that on the playlist, by the way. It sounds so much better. Like, holy shit. But let's get into one I've been listening to a lot more recently. Issues. 1999 album from Korn. I'm not a big fan of Dead. Like, the first song, like, it's an alright intro. It's an alright intro. I think it does kind of set the mood of the album. And that's the thing with this album compared to Follow the Leader. It's more tonally consistent and not as all over the place as like Follow the Leader, where it's like, it's consistent the first few songs, and then it completely changes, then it kind of goes back, and then it completely changes, then it goes back, then it completely changes again. This is like very consistent tonally throughout the whole album. And even like thematically, like the themes and the shit that Jonathan's talking about, it is more consistent in this album. Which, as an album, I don't know if I would put Issues over Follow the Leader, but I'm going to go through the songs. Obviously, Falling Away From Me is a fucking banger. There's no arguments there. It's a banger. It's a fucking great song. Even though I've heard it quite a bit, I've heard it less than Freakin' Unleashed, I thank fuck. Because I said I'm not a big fan of Freakin' Unleashed because I heard it so many times. It's got 250 million plays. Even though this has 168,000, it's not too far off. But you get my point. This is still a very popular Korn song. I think this song's better than Freak on Unleashed anyway, even if either of them weren't popular songs. I think Falling Away for me is a better song. It's just a fucking good song. Trash is actually a good song. This is one song I slept on. There's a few songs in this album I actually slept on until I really took the time out of my, I took some time to actually listen to the album more. Like, Trash is a good song. This song is great. For You is a very good, quick, little emotional song. I think it's great. Beg For Me is an awesome song. I've always liked Beg For Me. It's such a good song. Like, you can't not like this song. If you're a fan of Korn, you can't not like this song. Beg For Me is great. I think it's fantastic. Obviously, it has the build up. It's about a 20-second build up, and then just goes boom, like it's just it's fucking makes me want to punch. Like, it's just pumps me up. That's all. Make Me Bad's a good song too. It's a good song. It's obviously a bit of a slower song compared to Beg For Me, where it is. Beg For Me is a very energetic song. Then Make Me Bad slows it down a bit. Yeah, it's still a good song though. Still a good song. Next song actually, It's Gonna Go Away. I don't really listen to this song. Like, it's okay. It's more just like an interlude song. And then Wake Up is actually an alright song. This main riff is what I really like. And then I don't know. I feel mixed on this song. Well, I really like this riff. I like this main riff. It's fucking awesome. I feel like when it slows down, I feel like it slows down a bit too much. It's like you start off the song so fucking so energetic, just bang straight into it. Probably the most energetic start to any of these songs in the album. You just go straight into it, and then it really slows down. Like, this is still energetic, and then it starts slowing down around here, and it just goes, yeah, like with all this shit with the bass line, which is not a bad bass line, but it just really slows down. It's like, oh, I wanted to keep going. Am I Going Crazy? It's another interlude song I don't really listen to. Hey Daddy's probably my least favorite song on this album. Maybe controversial, but it is. I don't mind it, but I don't like this sound they're going for. I know some people do, obviously, but I find it really weird. The boom, boom, wow. I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel like it's very weird. I guess, look, Korn is a very unique band in that weird kind of unique way, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. I think it's an okay song. Like, the main riff's alright. I think it is alright. Like, it's okay. Also, another song I slept on in this album, actually, Somebody Someone. I think this is a good song. It is a very good song. Just this little intro, and then it goes, ba-dong, 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 ba-dong. I love that. Good song. Very nice song. Then there's No Way. This song's alright. I don't mind this. That's the thing I was saying before. This album is very consistent compared to Follow the Leader, where it's very all over the place. But all these songs, I can't say I really don't like one of these songs. Like Hey Daddy, it's probably my least favorite, but it's not like I don't like it. I think it's an alright song. I do make it a bit of a meme to start the wah 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 wah, because it sounds like ducks. But aside from that, it is a very consistent album. Let's Get This Party Started. There's another one, probably better than No Way. I think it is alright. Wish You Could Be Me. I don't really listen to it. It's just an interlude song. I wish you could be me. Like, yeah, it's alright. I don't have any problems with it. Counting's a good song, actually. The one issue I have with Follow the Leader with how they end the album, Korn ends issues with a banger. With a fucking banger. Obviously, this is a slower, more emotional song. Dirty is more of a slower, emotional song. But it's so good. It's up there, man. Like, this song is actually up there. I would put it like, I don't know exactly where I would put it, but it's like top 20 maybe. Top 20, top 25 Korn songs. It's a good song. With issues out of the way, where do I put it on this little tier list? That's the thing. This album's more tonally consistent. It's more consistent and tonally consistent than Follow the Leader. Even though I have a soft spot for Follow the Leader. I do. I'll admit that. I do. And plus, Follow the Leader has the best artwork, like album cover. out of any of the albums. Like, obviously, first album's second. But, like, as artwork goes, it's easily the best artwork. But, with Issues, you know what? I'm going to be interesting. Yeah, fight me. Fight me, bro. It'd be a bit ridiculous not to put this up an S, especially considering that Issues only has one song I don't like that much. Like, I don't mind it. I think it's an okay song. But that's the thing as well. The first album's like that too. There's one song I'm not a big fan of. And then with Issues, the same thing. One song I'm not a fan of. And the rest of the songs are good or really good. Like, songs like Falling Away From Me, Trash, Beg For Me. They're like top. They're top. Same as Somebody Someone. That's another great song too, actually. So, I don't think Issues is as good as the first album. And that's the thing as well. This album is more tonally consistent. It does have... Most songs have the same kind of theme that Jonathan's singing about and all that shit. It really does. I think the first album does it better, where the emotional core and all that shit is very, like, powerful and emotional. I think the first album does it better. It has a lot more aggression too, but Issues is great. Like, usually I'd put Issues behind For the Leader, but I think my opinion's changed. I think Issues is better than Follow the Leader. Yeah, fight me. I know it might be controversial, but fight me. Next album, 2002's Untouchables. Let me say, this album starts with a fucking heavy hitter. Such a good song to start this album off. And believe it or not, this album is the 5th most expensive album ever made. Ever made. 4 million that they spent on it, something like that. Which, man, that's a lot of fucking money. But I think, from what I remember, this album didn't perform that well compared to Issues. I think Issues sold like 13 million. This sold like 5. Which, yeah, unfortunate. But there's some good songs on this album. This is another album I have been sleeping on. As a fan of Korn, I had been sleeping on this album for quite a bit. And I own the first 6 albums. I own them physically. I have them in my car. Like, I play them quite often. This is an album I've been sleeping on. Because you start off really well with Here to Stay, which is a banger. It's a banger song. And then Make Believe's an alright song. I don't really think too much of this song. A song I have been sleeping on too much. Blame. This is a fucking banger. And look, I would put this song up with Here to Stay, where it's like top 10 Korn songs. Or even like top 10, top 20, around there. This song hits. It's just... I don't know what it is. Like, it feels so weird that this song doesn't get as much recognition as it does, like as it should. Because for a Korn song, it fucking slaps. It's such a good song. Holy Life is another song I don't really listen to much. Like, it's a very interesting intro, actually. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's a very slow song. I think it's okay. But it's not something I'd really go out of my way to listen to. I think if you're getting my taste with these songs, I do like the more heavier kind of songs. Even if they're slower song, I do like the more heavier sound. I actually like this song quite a bit. Then you go from that song to a banger. To a straight up banger. Also, Aaron Paul is in the music video. Yes, Jesse from Breaking Bad. Hold on. Hey, there he was. See? It's Aaron Paul. He plays the main character in the album. In the song. See? He gets bullied. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't lying. I was not lying. I will not be drowned by your thoughtless scheming. It's a great song. But yeah, it's another standout song. There's a few standout songs already. So if you were to ask me, Here to Stay, Blame, Thoughtless, and this next song, Hating, are standout songs in the album. And this is another song I slept on for so fucking long. Hating, because of this intro, I kind of always skipped it. I didn't really listen to this song. But believe it or not, this is weird because I don't really know anyone that listens to Korn, except for one of my mates. I got them into Korn. But I was at work I was at work at Macca's, and one day there was a chick doing delivery, and she had this song on. I'm like, hold on, someone that listens to Korn? What? I'm like, holy shit. So I knew it was from Untouchables, because I couldn't really think of the song because I don't really listen to this song much. So after that, I ended up going on my way to listen to the song. I'm like, yeah, this song's a fucking banger. Like, why hadn't I been listening to this song before? I kind of just like glossed over it and that was it. I finally listened to this song a lot more and it's a standout song. So it's like me being a dumbass. It took someone else for me to realize that, oh shit, I'm missing another good song on the album. Yeah, man, I slept on this song so fucking hard. It's embarrassing. But Hating is such a good song. One More Time's okay. I feel like it's alright. But it's an alright song. It's an alright song. And then Alone Break. A lot of people love this song. I'm going to be controversial here. I'm not a big fan. I think it's okay. I get what purpose it serves. I get what purpose this song serves. It is a slower song, bit more of an emotional song. I get that. But I think it's kind of average. Like, it's not a bad song. I do listen to it here and there. But compared to songs like Hating that is a more emotional song too. Hating's a much better song than this. I'll say that. Embrace is an okay song. Oh no, actually, yeah, I was thinking of a different song. No, this song's good. This song's good, sorry. Especially this main riff. Oh, I love it. I love it. Beat It Up, Radiohead. I think it's okay. Where would we put this? I would probably put it like... I'll probably put it... is it really... Yeah, no, you know what? I would put it up. No. Nah, I'll see. I'll leave it behind Follow the Leader for now, but I will see. It's either high B or low A for me. It's actually a solid album. It is a solid album. Even though the album cover kind of sucks. But let's get into the next album that I never listened to. Take a Look in the Mirror. I know there's a few good songs in this album. Like Right Now's a great song to start off with. I feel like this album sounds so different to Untouchables though, even though this is the year after. You can tell this is made with much less money in it. Like, this doesn't sound as like professional and as big as something like Untouchables or Issues does. This sounds, I don't know what it is, it just sounds cheaper. But this song's okay. The thing, like, this album's just very average. I don't really listen to it. There'll be a few songs here and there that I listen to that I actually like. But even a song like this, Here It Comes Again, it's very average. Like, it's okay, but nothing that really stands out. Deep Inside, I like the start riff. Like, I like this start riff. But that's the thing. It's like, this song is kind of average. And then another good song is Did My Time. But the thing I will say, it's kind of controversial. I don't like the recording on this album of this song. I like the song. I don't like the recording. I don't like it. I actually, like, this song's good live. Like, I'll show you, like, I think the recording of this song is very, very average. So I'll show you in this live album. I'll show you Did My Time. This sounds so much better. Ready? When it kicks in. See, the guitar sounds so much better. It just, I don't know, like, it's funny how they're playing it live, but this sounds so much better. It sounds more punchy. It sounds like it just has more impact. But this sounds like it just has so much more impact compared to the album recorded version. Like, I think this riff's good. That's the thing. I think Korn have some good riffs. That's the thing. Most of these songs I don't really listen to. Like, even Play Me Feet and Ass. I don't think I've heard this song in the past, like, 5 years. Like, it's interesting. But I think this album would be better if they put more money in the production. Put some different people on mixing the album and making it sound more crunchy, more professional. Because that's the thing. Even though they didn't earn heaps of money from Untouchables, the album sounds great. On a musical, like, on a technical standpoint, You listen to this album, it's punch, it sounds, the production value sounds so much better compared to something like this where it does sound like these songs aren't too bad. They're not that bad actually. But that's the thing, you listen to, like, say, I'll put on Blame. The production value is so much better. You listen to the way the guitar sounds, you listen to the way the drums sound. It just sounds so much better. And that's the thing, an album like this, I think this album's 20 fucking years old. This album still kind of it still stands up today for how it sounds technically. I think it still technically sounds great. There's obviously a few songs here and there that it's very average, but I think the mixing and shit, it sounds phenomenal. Like, it's great. I guess it is the 5th most expensive album of all time. It sounds great. But compared to, like, this album, compared to Take a Look in the Mirror, it's like, I don't know what to say. These aren't bad songs, particularly. But it's just, I think with better production value, they could sound awesome. I think Dim My Time is a perfect example of that, where I showed the live version. The live version sounds better. And Yo, I Wanna Single is a good song. It's a good song. Boom, boom. Yo, Wanna Single, say fuck that. Oh, I did the wrong part. Oh, I suck. Boom, 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 doom, doom, digga, 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 doom, 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 digga, digga, doom, doom, doom. Like, it's a good song. Like, I can make a bit of a meme out of it, and this song is in a PSA, by the way. It's kind of funny. I know that, haha. But this song, like, it's a good song. Lyrically, it's a bit average. It's just talking about how the music industry wants people to release singles and shit. And basically, Jonathan Davis is just saying, nah, fuck your singles, we're releasing albums. Why would I put that in the list? I'd probably put it C. I think its production value really holds it down. I think that's really, like, I think, if it's my opinion, I think you take a look in the mirror, the songs are okay, but I think the production value really pulls it back from what it can be. It could be a better album. It could be, like, to be honest, this could be in front of Life is Peachy. Some songs are good in this album, but I think the production value really holds it back. I think it really does. So, we'll take a look in the mirror out of the way. Let's look at C on the other side. And I'm going to start off with a song I do not like. Yeah, controversial, but I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I like the music video. The music video is great. I actually like the music video. It's just something different. Hey you, hey you. Little sister. Like, it's not really a song. Like, it's okay, but man, it's not good. Politics, not really a fan. A lot of people love this song. Not a fan. I'm just not a fan. Like, I think I just heard Twisted Transistor too many times. I don't really like it. I'm not really a big fan. But Politics, I feel like this is such an overrated song. I feel like it's an overrated song. Also, I think this is the main album where Korn kind of went with more of a mainstream sound, getting into more of like a hard rocky kind of sound. It's not a bad thing, but it's just, I don't think it's as good as the 90s Korn shit. There's some really catchy and heavy riffs. I think they do really well with that. Souvenir's an alright song. 10 or 2 Away is an alright song too. I kind of like the I kind of like that. And then obviously again to the next song, Coming Undone. It's a banger. It's a banger. It's such a it's a head-banging song, man. Keep holding on. My brain's ticking like a bomb. Against the black dogs have come again to get me. Sweet little words, unlike nothing I have heard. It's a good song. It's a good song. I think, obviously, it's probably one of the more well-known Korn songs. Coming Undone's a good song, man. It's a good song. That's right. Deliver into my heart. Please strike. Like, it's a good song. It's a good song. I don't know what else to say. It's just a good song. Now you get into a kick-ass song. Liar is a great song too. This is another standout. And look, this is my favorite song on the album. I'm saying it. Liar is my favorite song on this album. You know what? See You on the Other Side. Look, it's better. In my opinion, it's better than Take a Look in the Mirror. Because the few standout songs are like better than the whole fucking album. But I think it's more of a, I think it's just in front. I don't think like, I think it's just a C tier album. I don't think it's actually that good. And then we probably go to one of my least favorite albums. The Untitled Album. Obviously, there's 2 albums in between. And I'm not counting MTV Unplugged and Live and Rare because it's just replaying older songs. That's pretty much it. There's no new songs in this. Obviously, there's a cover of Creep. There's covers and shit, but it doesn't count. It doesn't count. By the way, out of this MTV Unplugged, I actually like the cover. I like Freak on a Leash with Amy Lee, singer of Evanescence. I think it's a good acoustic. The rest of it's very average. The rest of it's very, very average. But I like this cover of Freak on... I like this cover. I like this Unplugged of Freak on a Leash. It's not a cover. It's a fucking band. These songs barely fucking ring a bell because I'd never listened to this album. I listened to it all once and I'm just like, no. It sounds like it's distorting when it gets loud. Whoever mixed it, I don't know what you're doing. This song's okay. I think this is kind of similar to Evolution. Like, I just don't like this part. I like the start. I think it's actually alright. Good. I actually just don't want to fucking listen to this album, to be honest. Like, it's very boring. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but Untitled, best songs, Evolution. If I have to rank it, it's probably like D tier. I don't like it. And yes, we've got a separate tier. You'll see. But let's get into Korn 3. That's the thing. Korn 3 at least has 2 decent songs. Uber Time. I think it's just an intro. Did you say Uber? No. And then Oildale. This is probably the standout song. This is probably my favorite song on the album. Don't like this song. But I think this album has the same issue as the last album, the Untitled Album. I think it's just very bland, all sounds the same. Quite a boring album. It's kind of just the same shit over and over again, really. Let the Guilt Go is an alright song. I'll make a bit of a meme out of this song, but it's not bad. Oh, the lying and cheating will surely haunt you. Fucking hate this album, but Korn 3. It's better than the Untitled Album, but not by much because it just has more than one decent song. That's why Korn 3 is ahead of the Untitled Album. But now, the Path of Totality. Obviously, it goes in this tier. But let me explain. I hate this album because I hate dubstep. It's not because it's just I hate dubstep. I do not like this sound. And I think for Korn to go with dubstep is very fucking weird. So Path of Totality is at the bottom for me because I really hate dubstep. I do not like the sound. Even though, sure, they were ahead of the curve. I'll admit that. They were. And Jonathan Davis's lyrics, the vocals, they're like, yeah, it's Jonathan Davis, man. Fucking cool. But next album, The Paradigm Shift. I think this is more of a return to form album. Starts off with a great song. I think this album starts off pretty well, actually. Pray For Me is a good song. I just feel like tonally in this album, it's very weird. It's very weird. Master's Hysteria is a good song. I actually like this song. Like, this riff is awesome. I think this riff is great. Then Never Never. I think this song was popular quite a bit. It's okay. I think it's the same kind of tone as like Spike My Veins, but a bit more energy. It's a bit more upbeat and energetic. But another song I don't really listen to. Like, it's okay. I think the rest of the album's just okay. Look, if it was me, I don't think it's that good of an album. I think it's a good return to form, especially with look at these, like this run of 3. But realistically, I think it's more like top of C. That's how I would put it. I think it's like top of C. Yeah, it starts off strong with Insane. Like this song, like, look, you look at the plays. Compare that to the album before. Compare it to down here. Like, it's like double the plays in some songs. So obviously this album did well. But Running in Vain's, this is probably my favorite song on the album. Running in Vain is an awesome song. It's a really good song. Black is the Soul's a good song as well. That's the thing. I think there's not one song I don't like in this album. Black is the Soul's a good song. The Hating's a good song. Like, it's just great. A Different World's a really good song. And Corey Taylor brings his A game on the song too. Take Me is a good song. Everything Falls Apart's a good song. I think if I was to be nitpicky on this, I think some of these songs, especially like the second half the songs do sound quite similar. I guess it is more of like kind of like a Death Magnetic thing where half the songs sound quite similar. But I think I like it actually. I think it's the one time where all the songs do have their distinct kind of sound, but they still do sound kind of similar too, in a weird way. Look, if I was to say a weakest song, I'd probably say Please Come For Me is the weakest song. But Baby's a good song. These are the two extra songs, Baby and Calling Me Too Soon. They're both good songs. I think it's that's the thing. I think this album is just a really fucking solid album. So if I was to put the Serenity and Suffering on here, I would probably plug it the top of B. Yeah, so as I was saying before my mum fucking rang my phone. Serenity and Suffering, top of B. I think it's top of B. But now let's get into their most recent album, The Nothing. I was very mixed on this album when I first heard it. The End Begins is an alright intro song. It's kind of just like bagpipes intro. Why did you leave me? Like, it's alright. And then probably my favorite song on the album, Cold, kicks in. Awesome song. Awesome song. It is an awesome song. You'll Never Find Me is another good song as well. Like, you wonder why they released these two songs before the album came out? Which they released Can You Hear Me as well, wherever that is. There. Which I think is an alright song. But we'll get to that. You Never Find Me is a good song as well. The Darkness is Revealing. I like this song. I actually like this song, believe it or not. It does. And then Idiosyncrasy is, it's alright. The Seduction of Indulgence is kind of just like a midway segment song. Now that's a lot of damage. You're not wrong, man. Finally Free. I really like this song actually. It's hard to see what you might find. Like, I like this. And by the way, this is the album that released after Jonathan Davis's wife died, so I think that's where his mind was when he was like writing the lyrics and making the album. Can You Hear Me? It's an alright song. It's an alright song. Yeah, it's pretty average. The Ringmaster. Never been a fan of this song. I don't know what it is. It's just a very like I kind of like the song as well. And then This Loss is a good song as well. I actually like this song as well. So and then Surrender to Failure is like it's an outro song, man. It's an outro song. So where would I put The Nothing is the question. Where would I put The Nothing? I don't think it's as good as Serenity or Suffering, but I would probably put it there, just below the Serenity or Suffering, believe it or not. So that is my tier list for Korn albums. Yeah, my favorite is the first album, and my least favorite is Path of Totality. Yeah, who would have thought? But I think that's my definitive tier list. I think that's my definitive tier list.